comes up against someone like, you know, Rafa, for instance, these opportunities that DaHanG is being left open for, I don't think Rafa's going to be, you know, leaving those fights the way that the Noobs has been.
Yeah. That's a nice counter kill by the Noobs. So it's now 2-1. So folks, yeah, as much as we've been talking about it, this is a really low-scoring game. It is now 2-1, and the Noobs has the opportunity to, if you can hit these rails, will really put DaHanG in a bit of trouble. So let's see. With 30% rail for DaHanG, 27 LG at the halfway point, 26 rocket. A lot of rocket spam. So that's actually a surprisingly high accuracy of rockets for DaHanG, given all the spam. And finally it pays off. Back to a tie game. The Noobs also picks up Mega, has a 200 armor stack as well. And he will deny this armor here, so the only thing DaHanG's going to have to work with is the portal yellow. Which actually the Noobs
is going to be baited up by the Noobs
now,
even. Wow,
now here,
was even late to
why is the Noobs being cautious? Why? He knows that DaHanG has nothing.
But again, you know, between being cautious and, you know, taking the time to RG up there, I don't think that was the best idea, and that has left DaHanG a wide hole for him to step through and just get away from this fight and, well, be able to get some stack back here.
Well, a little bit though. The Noobs actually has done well.
Aggression is aggression is good, but when it involves moving into a room where your opponent is going to have an escape, where he's going to have an exit, and you totally disarm your ability to do any real damage there. Now, whoa. Was that
he missed the jump.
Did that rail connect?
There we go.
Oh my god.
There we go. Okay. So,
wow.
So now I did want to say, because I was kind of you know, wondering about the lack of aggression from the Noobs, but I did kind of realize, you know, what he was doing was making sure that DaHanG could not cross the map with you know, basically having a chance to get in on the yellows, and so, you know, yeah. So yeah, I think the Noobs kind of proved me wrong there. He's currently enjoying a lead, so we're going to stick with his point of view for a few seconds. I think DaHanG, you know, we're not seeing him on the Noobs' screen, and that is a testament to him. He's actually hiding out here, trying to get at least 2 yellows. Now, he gets 1, but he's eaten rail, so he has to leave. And now this is where it kind of becomes difficult for him, because the choices are slim to crap at this point. He's got, as far as opportunities go, Noobs is actually behind him going up the stairs. And again, the railgun for the Noobs has been his way to sort of nullify whatever stack DaHanG has. This should be a frag. And Noobs is able to pick up number 4. So now DaHanG on ZTN, I have to say, with, you know, 2.5 minutes left to go, it's getting a little bit iffy.
This is actually, you know, again, not looking so great for DaHanG. And actually, as we look at DaHanG, he's been trying to keep his distance, but anytime that the Noobs gets a beat on him with that rail, DaHanG pretty much has to start over from square one.
Right.
And when it comes down to wanting to run the yellow armors in order to get a stack to challenge one of the larger ones, that's really slowing DaHanG down a whole lot. And now with, oh my god, 2 minutes left to go, 80 and 25 for DaHanG, 2 frags down. He's got to change this up real quick.
Yeah, we're going to watch DaHanG for the remaining 2 minutes to see what he can put together. That's a nice rocket against the Noobs, but he's got to watch out for that rail. And I think DaHanG is starting to be a little bit scared of it. He's not really sticking around for... Yeah, there it is. DaHanG hits his own impressive. But I think DaHanG also is starting to learn the Noobs' pattern. Like, I was expecting the Noobs to come back around the corner. DaHanG was waiting for it.
Bit too late.
Maybe.
Hey guys, just a quick intervention here. Flame is playing Chanced, and it's tied up on DM13, the first map, so I thought that's worth a mention, especially him being hard of hearing. That's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially since we saw how well Chance was playing against Rafa earlier. That really speaks volumes, I think.
Ooh, there it is. There it is. Oh my... Wow. So even with that Mega Steal, hits are traded as far as the rail goes. The Noob's definitely doing a great job of, even at the distance that DaHanG is trying to pad out.
Nice LG.
Oh, wow.
Great rocket, though, from DaHanG.
Nice rocket.
Cannot follow up.
Missed.
Yeah, that rail was really critical. That rail was the way back in, I think, and he missed it. Because now he's fighting with only about 60 armor.
Less than 1 minute.
Yeah. I mean, he's not out of time, but it's really getting iffy for him because Mega and Red being a choice. He's probably going to hope that the noobs is going to plus back and not go for the items. Instead, he does. Here's where he's got to make the frag happen. Instead, a great defensive rocket's going to hold the hang back from chasing, and that might have been the game right there. I think that rocket was kind of the critical play.
That rail was the final nail in the coffin for DaHanG, I think, because it did enough damage where he really can't afford to be that aggressive right now. And as you can see, he's trying just to find the noobs. And didn't we see the reverse of this in the last map? Isn't that exactly what we saw?
Yeah. So 38% rail, 24 LG, 19 rocket.
There we go. Wow, a 3-map
for DaHanG.
Let's do this.
Now the noobs hit 4 impressives. DaHanG hit 1. Okay, and interestingly enough, the lightning gun was the noobs' best weapon, but I don't think that the lightning gun was the noobs' deciding weapon for that map. It was all the railgun.
Vote now. Vote passed.
Now, if the noobs can bring the same kind of rail play to Furious Heights that he brought to Blood Run, that could be a good stand-up against DaHanG here.
Well, and I'm actually very, very surprised that DaHanG did not throw this map, because I would say that this is the noobs' best map. So we are about to see. Honestly, I think the noobs. I mean, unless DaHanG does something really amazing to shut down the noobs' game, this should be pretty close. DaHanG gets the. Well, he sort of spawns near Mega. Well, I'm sorry, RA rather. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I've switched back and forth between players and lost track of who was who. All right, so DaHanG rather is enjoying Red. There we go. That's what I meant to say. I don't know. I've been doing this for too long. And DaHanG is able to get back in on the second Red. So this Mega will be difficult for the noobs. Nice aggressive play for DaHanG.
But the noobs is in a good place to throw out the rails for it.
Yeah.
He's got a good angle on this one. Using the pillars, ducking back before taking too much of that LG. Mega is going to go to DaHanG. Red armor coming up in 2 seconds. The noobs is going to be late to it though, I'm afraid.
Nice rocket there.
Nice rocket there. DaHanG follows him through the teleporter. Rockets are coming down. DaHanG is just going to go straight forward, take down the noobs by pushing him back into that corner, taking the first frag. DaHanG, I think, is going to want to be very aggressive right off the bat here and not let the noobs really find a way to start putting in that kind of constant bearing down. A beautiful rail.
That really was. And DaHanG, maybe... See, this is the thing. If you play this map all the time, people learn how you play this map. And what I'm seeing is that DaHanG has watched the noobs play this map. Because he is reading his movements and his choices of when he wants to come back into a fight perfectly. And that's earned him 2 frags.
And really, if DaHanG can keep the noobs from playing this kind of, long distance needling kind of rail damage and plasma, then that's exactly what DaHanG is going to want to do here.
DaHanG is running a 75% rail right now. And 20% LG. But currently enjoying, with 3 frag lead, the noobs isn't in a whole lot of trouble yet. But what I'm worried about is, in order to get the frag, maybe the noobs is going to have to be very aggressive in order to basically hammer away at DaHanG, and he might give up a couple of frags while doing so, trying to get control back. That's a nice bit of rocketry from both players. The noobs now hurting at 30 health, up to 55. Dropping in again because he wants to be able to survive a rail, because DaHanG has just been crazy with it. 75, now 60%. Nice positioning from
See the fight
the
for
noobs.
Mega. DaHanG spamming out LG, but oh, beautiful rail right in midair. Duck hunt style, and now the noobs gets on the board, and how? But he eats a rail. That's going to slow him down. And if DaHanG can keep this aggression going, oh my god.
Not much.
Not really. No.
Honestly, going back to the frag that happened near Mega, the noobs had perfect position, and DaHanG came through the teleporter. He was actually looking long down the room rather than behind him. So the noobs got a great, unanswered damage shot in the back against DaHanG. So let's watch the noobs as he's putting together a little bit of a comeback. Only 3 minutes in, but he needs to hit the rails here. But he could tie this thing up. 75 health, 45 armor, and he's out on red. And misses the exit damage. that shot needed